So I finally remembered to film a few of the knives I've been making. I have this really bad habit of I build 3 or 4 knives and package them all up, post them off, and I think, I never did a video showing what I've been up to. So I finally remembered this time. I've got what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 or 5 knives here. So I'll show you. I'll go through a few of the ones I've just finished. First up, actually, I'll say first up, they're an actual pair. So we have got these 2 here. Now these are for Murray. He's over on the east coast of Australia, and he wanted 2 drovers, which was previously called the Bushwood Curve, but there was a little bit of confusion with the Bushwood original and the Bushwood Curve, so I've kind of changed the name, and they're now called it's called a drover. So he wanted 2, so he wanted obviously 2 drovers, 2 knife sheaths with ferro rods, and he also wanted 2 plain sheaths without the ferro rods on there, so as he can have the option of either taking a knife out with the ferro rod or without, which makes sense. These are all in AEBL stainless 4mm, and there we go. So there we go. That is the drover. So this is West Australian and Gidgee, which is, I'd say it's as hard as desert ironwood. Now this isn't stabilised, but you can hear how hard it is, and that's not stabilised. That's just as it comes. It's mega dense wood, and so all I do is just soak them in some oil, boiled linseed oil, or I've got what's the other one I use? Tung oil, which is really good. Just soak them in that. To be honest, it's very oily wood, so doesn't really need it. But the grain, really nice grain, and we've got the mosaic pins there, star mosaics. Oh, tapered tang, so we've got 4mm tapered tang down to, I think it was just under 2, around about 2, I can't remember, it's been a while. So that's the first one, and the second one is pretty much identical because he wanted two exactly the same. So this is the second one. Again, Gidgee, star mosaics, 4mm tapered tang. So exact. If I take the other knife out, you'll see that pretty much exact mirror image. So next up, we have got a bit of an oddball. Now, we've got this one here, which is a Brumby model, but if you look at the blade, you see the difference in the blade there. The blade's a lot thinner, more of a point. It hasn't got that kind of deeper belly to it there. Now, I was doing a batch of, I think it was about 4 or 5 Scandi grinds, and so I finished all those, went on to this knife, which is a saber grind, and I started grinding away, and I suddenly stopped and thought, hang on a second, I'm grinding it way too thin. I thought I was grinding another Scandi, so I was taking it to like a 0 edge. So what do when you screw up? You make a slimmer blade. So I reprofiled it, made it a lot slimmer, and then carried on grinding with the saber grind there. But I actually, I think I'm going to actually start making these now, because it's quite a nice alternative to the normal Brumby. Slightly slimmer blade. I actually quite like the look of it, so this is probably going to be a new model in my range of knives. Just a little bit, it's more of a, I don't know what you'd call it really, but just almost like a cross between a sort of bushcraft, like puko, and I don't know, food prep knife. But so I think I'm going to actually go with this profile and make up another aluminium template of this, and then start doing these, because I actually do like it. I like the slimmer profile. She oak handle from Western Australia, and this is supplied by a good man that I know called Graham Turner, who's actually a wood turner. So Mr. Turner, the wood turner. But his wood turning work is like absolutely fantastic, like world class. But he gets lots of different types of wood, and he was good enough to give me some of this she oak. Maybe it's picking up. Can you see the grain in there? It was almost like veins going around. So nice. So anyway, this is AEBL. This is I can't remember what that is now. 2.5 mil AEBL, and it's got copper. I actually managed to find some. I've been looking for a while. Actually managed to find some copper loveless bolts, which are really nice. Makes a change from like the stainless or the brass. And also it's got copper lanyard tube. So no liners, just plain wood. Same with the two drovers. Murray didn't want any liners on those, and I actually quite like the wood, just wood on steel. I think it's got a nice look to it, to be honest. I think if you're going to go with liners and you're a little bit sort of unsure whether to go with them or not, just black liners always look good. So that's that. I've got to make a sheath for that. That's not I haven't got a sheath for that one. Oh, back to the drovers. I forgot fire steels. So we've got the fire steel on the side there. We've got a bit of elastic bungee cord there. But I made the little handle in gidgee to match the handle on the blade. So that just pops in there. Elastic over the top, it won't fall out. What else have we got? We've got a little bobtail. Now these are, I'd say, primarily a wood carving, whittling sort of knife, or just something small if you want to carry it in your sort of, you're going hiking, backpack or whatever. Just a small, very light knife. This one here has got some stunning York gum burl, again from Mr. Turner. Brass loveless bolts, brass lanyard tube, no liners, just the plain wood with steel. Now I've left this handle like a little bit more roundy. I didn't go too slim with it, just so as you've got a bit more grip to it. You know, if you are using it for wood carving, just gives you a little bit more handle to hold, so don't slip out your hands. Now these are really good little knives. I personally got one of these myself, and I keep it in the car. And because the blade is, hang on, the blade is in the old Imperial, it's around 2¼ inches long, or 2¼ inches long, or just under 60 mil long. And because of that length, it's kind of like a legal carry, keep in your car or whatever. So it's not too big. Again, Scandi grind, nice and sharp. So that's that one in a little sheath. Now this one I dyed in a whiskey kind of, I think it was whiskey shade. Then I did a little bit of airbrushing around the edge. I've got this little old SATA Jet Mini from when I was spraying cars back in the UK years and years ago. I brought this with me. This is like perfect for just like put it on a fine point. Perfect for just sort of dusting that edge in with a little bit of a darker. I use like a dark brown, I think, just around that edge. Gives it a bit of a nice old school look. So that's that one. Another little bobtail, darker sheath. This one is almost kind of red. I actually don't know what this shade was. I think it was something that I just sort of like knocked up. I tipped a few together just to come up with this shade, and I quite like it actually. It's got more. It's more of a reddy tinge to it. Can't really see in this light, but this one here again, she oak from Mr. Turner. So I've got some nice Western Australian she oak, 6.5mm brass loveless bolts and thong tube. Again, lots of nice grain, roundish handle. This one here is 2.5mm ABL. The other one, that one there, that was 3mm SF100 stainless steel on that one. Now this one's 2.5 ABL. Again, nice and sharp. And being that it's 2.5, nice and thin, it actually works good on veggies and stuff like that, just because of the slim profile. It doesn't act so much like a wedge, like a thicker blade with the Scandi grind does. So that's these are really good little ones just to carry around with you, nice and light. And either wear it on your belt or just stick it in your pocket, or pack. That's that one. Bobtail. And lastly, now, previous video, which was the second or third part? I think it was the third part to the knife making, the Bushwood build, and it went a year. From part 2 to part 3 was a year, and just as I explained in part 3, just life, things happen and stuff, things go on, and I don't know, you forget to do things, and you're so wrapped up in other stuff that time goes by, and I hadn't finished that video, so I've sort of forgot that. Now, the next part to the saga is I was going to do part 4 on handle shaping, like, so fixing the scales to the actual blade itself and all that. For some, I don't know how I've done it, but I've managed to delete that part 4 of the video that I had saved up. I don't know where it's gone. I can't find it anywhere. It's literally, it has managed to disappear. I know when I was doing part 3, I obviously had part 2 previously. I don't know whether I've deleted the wrong part just to free up some space on my phone, because I was having what they call it, running out of storage space. So I had to free up some space, and I think I have deleted the wrong video, because part 2 is still on there and part 4 isn't. So what I'll have to do another video on another knife, on how I attach the handles and shape them, that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, this is the knife in question. This is the knife that should have been in part 4. Now, this is Bushwood original, and in the video I said we were fitting some Huon pine handles, and because I wanted to go with the, hang on, this is my cardboard cutout of my inspiration, which is the Allen Woodlaw knife. Now this one I was kind of building it as a bit of a tribute to that knife that got me started in knife making, and so I went with the Huon pine, which apparently only grows in Tasmania, which is, if you don't know where Tasmania is, it's south of Australia. It's like when you see the map of Australia, it has the the big kind of land mass, and then there's always like a little triangle-y sort of heart-shaped island, almost. I think, is it classed as island? I don't know. But anyway, that's Tasmania, and apparently Huon pine only grows there, which is a bit of a strange thing, really. But anyway, so this is the knife in question, which should have been part 4, but I'll have to do a different video. As I said earlier, I'll have to do a different video on a different knife showing how I attach handles and shape. Anyway, so this will be the knife, the giveaway knife. Now, Huon pine, brass loveless bolts, brass thong tube or lanyard tube, and black G10 liners, and it's got the bit of jimping on the spine there. And this is in AEBL, I think it's 3mm, 3.2, something like that, AEBL. So this will be the knife that I shall do as a giveaway. I haven't made a sheath for it yet, but I'll do something similar to that kind of style, which is more of the traditional bushcraft style sheath, as opposed to that sort of more, you know, curved at the bottom. It's the bushcrafty ones are a bit more square at the bottom, so I'll do that sort of style sheath for it. But yeah, this is the one that I shall give away. You know, came out nice and symmetrical, got a nice feel to it, and again it's nice and sharp. It hasn't been stropped yet, so there you go, nice and sharp. So that's that one. And last but not least, I actually put a video on Instagram, and it was just me hacking into a piece of really hard seasoned eucalyptus, and had a few comments, people saying, I bet you've edited the video, because, you know, after hacking into that, it probably the edge wouldn't be as sharp as what it was. And I think I cut through one of these, where are they, the old cardboard tube. I chopped through one of those and it literally went straight through it. But so anyway, I thought I'd recreate that now. This is the knife in question, which is one of my oldies. I've had this for years now. And that, what handle is that? I think it's Mary. Oh, is it Curly Mary? I don't know, I can't remember. It's been a while ago since I made that. But anyway, so that's knife. This is piece of wood. Now I'll get a bit of paper ready. Oh, I won't, drop a bit of paper. I won't cut the video, I won't edit it. So this is really dry and seasoned eucalyptus. Whenever I'm out with the dogs walking, if I see any bits like this that have dropped off a tree, I always pick them up, because they make fantastic test. Well, I don't know what you'd call it, but you know what I mean, something for testing your knives, hacking into it, because eucalyptus is a really hard Australian wood. So anyway, I shall now commence chopping. So I won't cut the video. I shall keep the knife up here all times, so you can see it. Lots of bits coming off. I should probably do it. Keep the knife up. Give it a little bit clean. No editing. There you go. Like that. So there we go. It does work. There's a piece of wood. Nearly got right through it. As you can hear, it's really rock hard. So there we go. Scandi grind. 26 degrees total, so 13 degrees per side. What I would say with Scandi grinds is you've got to keep the edge honed nicely. I just use one of these leather stropping board. Just lay it on there, flat, tilt it, hard, firm pressure, drag it backwards and forwards, and then flip it over other side like that. And what you'll find that does, it puts a very there's a bit of cloth gone. It puts a very fine micro bevel on that edge. Makes the edge nice and shiny. You see that? And that's what gives the Scandi its toughness. So there we go. So that is that. So anyway, that's around about it for this video. I don't think there's anything else that's happened. Just the usuals, but plenty of work coming in, which is good. And I've finally given up trucking and gone full-time knife making, which is a bit of a scary thing. So it's either going to work or it's not. I don't know. We'll kind of see how things go. But I've been truck driving here in Australia for 18 years, and my back was starting to, towards the end of the day, my back was in agony, bouncing up and down in the truck, and I just couldn't do it anymore. And with this coming up to Christmas, it's a really busy period in the trucking industry, and I just thought to myself, there's no way I can cope with that real, pressure of full long days and stuff like that. So I had a chat with my wife, and she said, well, if you can't keep the trucking, get stuck into your knives and see where that takes me. So and the other good thing is the amount when I'm not driving the truck, my fuel bill, servicing, maintenance, tires, insurances, etc. It's just everything's just going up and up and up. So take away all those big expenses, then I don't have to earn as much as what I was doing while I was trucking. So we'll see. If work carries on like it is with the orders coming in, then fingers crossed we'll survive. But it is a scary thought, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. It's I don't know, it's a crazy thing. I've just had some really bad news yesterday that one of the guys I used to deliver for, he passed away. It was just a sudden thing. He was a builder, paving guy. He used to do building and landscaping and that kind of stuff. And he was younger than me, and out of nowhere, he's gone. He's no longer with us. And sometimes with things like that, it actually makes you stop and think. Life's too short. If you want to do something, just give it a go. Give it a go. And I'm a big believer of things happen for a reason. It's throughout my life, it's been like that. Sometimes something happens and you just think, oh, why the hell's that happened? And then a week later, you actually think, actually, that happened for a reason. And it kind of like steers you on a path somewhere. But we'll see. I shall keep going, keep working away, working hard, and things will be fine. Things will all work out good. I've got faith in myself. We've just got, I actually got one more here, just on the go. I'll show you this while this one here is another drover, and this one's actually in the handle fitting stage. So I've drilled the pins, and got a bit of grot in them. The pins have got stuck. But so this one here, it's got Western Australian. I think it's river gum. I think it's called river gum, but it's almost like a bit like elm. It's quite a nice wood actually. It's very light, and I think once it's finished and it's had its sort of polishing stage and all that, I think it probably will go a little bit darker, but I think it's going to be nice. So this is a drover. Hang on, let me take the tape off. Drover there, Scandi grind, all ready to be fitted up. Just black liners on there. I think they're black micarta liners. Don't know if you might not be able to see on the camera. No, you can't. They just look like black liners on here, but they're actual micarta, about 2 mil, I think. And I'll probably use some. Of this black micarta pin stock. You can see that. So that's basically the same as the actual liner, just in a little bar. I think that'll look quite nice against the dark wood with the dark liners. I'll probably do a stainless steel lanyard tube. So that's around about it. Oh, one of the pins has fallen out. So anyway, I shall get the giveaway knife sheath built, and then I'll put another video up on that of it finished, and then we can draw out. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I think I said on the previous video there's an app or a program on your computer where it will randomly select out of the subscribers, and then someone will get it wherever you are in the world. Not this one, this one. So anyway, stay safe out on there wherever you are in the world, and I shall see you on the next video. Cheers then, see ya.